have like a little music that you would love to work with, your own music, then you can set it up for you, or you can have maybe your phone next to you to make a little music for yourself, because with the Zoom, the music, my music doesn't work for you. And so we're just gonna start with a nice meditation. Right? So just coming into a comfortable sitting position. And here's my yoga to go during this session. And actually just in out. Definitely enjoys yoga and all the meditation practices. Loves the calm energy. So yeah, let's just have a little moment to settle down on this Easter Sunday. You can close our eyes or you can keep it halfway open. And just have a few breaths here for yourself. So we're taking this time to connect, to establish warm, loving atmosphere inside of ourselves, a homey, welcoming energy inside of ourselves. Which invites us to relax, to soften, to lend, to arrive into this brand new day. And starting to feel the natural flow of the breath, how the inhale rises and comes in with new energy. And we don't exactly know what is in that inhale, right? Where it's going to take us. Every breath is a new beginning. Life begins with a fresh breath. Life ends with the last breath. We can say that every breath, just like every day, can be like a fresh start, a new beginning, and we don't necessarily know at the beginning of the day, at the beginning of the breath, where it's going to take us. But taking in this freshness, this new energy. Like Easter is pretty much about renewal. Like if you look at it without the religious concept, just going back into the traditions, then it would be definitely something, even the pagan traditions, right? It's about the renewal. The egg is the symbol of all the potentials that are ready to create a new life. How the new life is going to be, we don't know, but that really strong creativity and new potentials are in this moment right now offered to us. Christian Easter is also about renewal, right? That there is a transformation that's happening, something has been reaching a peak, and then afterwards it's kind of expanding and renews itself. And it's, of course, we are in spring, which is about renewal. Right? So connecting to that sense of taking in the new with every inhalation, and really allowing yourself to maybe feel the breath in a new way. Try to really just sense it, feel it, not just, okay, I'm looking at my breath, I'm feeling it, I'm observing it, but try to take it in as that would be your first breath ever. And every exhalation is there to just let go, to just soften, to just drop back, to release thoughts, to release control, release our boxes, our plans, so we can be fully here in this now moment. And I just have a last breath here along the inhale, really taking it in through breath. And a nice mindful exhale out your mouth. And then slowly we're going to add a little movement to that same breath of the renewal, movement of blessing, of really just imagine that we take fresh water, crystal clear, maybe seawater or river water, lake water that we can just pour onto ourselves and bless ourselves doing our own little ritual. So putting the arms up and then with the exhalation, slowly imagine you wash your whole body, you purify, you cleanse, you refresh yourself. Also with that be that we could do this in nature, and now we can also just imagine and it works equally. So inviting that fresh flow of energy washing over us, cleaning our mind, soothing it, lifting our heart, washing our bodies. And one more time, inhale. And now let's just add the Om to this, so we give ourselves this little sound bath, allowing the vibration of this primordial sound, which is a yes life that are appropriate for Easter or spring. So just jumping on and let it vibrate through you. So I'm here. You can touch the earth at the end, so you can place your hands down to the ground, feel a moment, the solid, this nourishing, spirit earth holding us here. Safe space for this practice, the safe space in our life. Turn towards the earth, it's always there, it's always nourishing. And then from here, just taking both hands up, all the way up, big circle, and just have your hands coming above your head with the lotus mudra. Like symbolizing indeed the crown and the 1,000 petals of lotus, our connection to our spirit, our ability to plug ourselves into an inner guidance, intuition, wisdom that is part of us, that is given to us. And just having a few breaths here, to inviting more of that into our day, into our life in this period right now. So renewing ourselves according to our spirit. At this period, so taking the hands down to the head, at this period is pretty much inviting us to renew ourselves. How do we renew ourselves? How do we find new ways to work in this restricted situation, which we don't know how long it's going to last, and lots of mind stressing components here, which is great because some moment we can realize that it's not the mind that we should listen to, that we should go deeper, dig deeper, find connection to our intuition, find indeed this inner voice that calls us in maybe for a different journey, instead of just following the external news and speculations and all of that. I think this one I really don't want to get any of those, because no one knows what's going to happen. So I just want to focus on each day as it is, and just really following my intuition every day, and trusting that it's going to take me to the place which is good, as it has always been. So if you want, you can set an intention for this class. Maybe there is something that seems like suitable on you, or you're going to find a solution for it, something that you would love to uplift, renew. Maybe it's an inner pattern that you realize this film is definitely confronting us also with our inner patterns and behaviors and thinking ways. So maybe there is something that today you can just offer that I no longer need this anymore. And I would love to be myself in this area. Or maybe it is just a beautiful practice that you would love to have with a great energy that helps you clear your mind, your heart, and just feel good. Or you can just set your own intention. And then from here, slowly you can just put your hand, and you can come into the whole voice, so coming onto your hands and knees. And if you want, you can start to put on your little music. I work with a little tiny bit of music myself, which hopefully won't disturb you. And so coming into an all-fours position, so hands and knees. And just have a few breaths here. Really root down throughout your head. Also, you can tuck your toes under and feel how you can activate your feet. Our feet, which are in general our base, right, are a way to gather the energy from the earth, but also to ground our own energy into the earth. So if you tuck your toes under, you can start to feel a stretch along the whole feet, the soles. And with that, maybe you start to feel little heat, a little energizing effect as well. Okay? So having that for a moment, pressing your fingertips down to the floor, and we have energy channels in our hands, in the center of our hands, and also in the center of our feet. Once we are here, we can just activate them. Bringing awareness to them, that's how we activate them. And then imagine that we can draw up energy from the earth, nourishing. Or we can also give our precious light energy to the earth with love and care. This is how we work together. And then slowly we can start to move a little bit with cat and cow. So on an inhale, we can open the front body, and gaze up, and then on the exhalation, and just slowly down. And then inhale slowly, filling up the lungs, and then on the exhalation, slowly down. So finding your own mood that awakens your body. And finding enjoyment in receiving the breath and allowing the breath, inviting the breath to move through the body and to renew the body. Two more. And the very last one. Letting all the air out again. And then rounding your back and just gently start to walk back and forth with the same rounded shape. To keep the chin in. And try to sit back towards the ear. Just one more time. And then from here, slowly come and sit down onto the heels. Having your hands coming onto your thighs, and then inhale, lifting the heart, the same movement, the same ondulation of the spine as we did in the cow. Slowly raising down. Let your forehead touch the earth, and then from there, on an inhale, round yourself back up, and then lift the heart at the end. So little weight in the sky, coming down that diagonal. And then one more time, inhale, and then slowly exhale. The very last one, inhale out, and this time exhale throughout the mouth. slowly slide forward with both arms, coming into an anahata. So your hips are above your knees, the knees are hip distance apart, and it's either your chin which is on the floor or your forehead. And just have a few breaths here. Really breathing into the heart, breathing into the belly, receiving your precious breath. And then listening to the body, sensing the body, sensing the chest area. Is there anything you can release from there? And just inviting sweet, loving energy. And the very last breath here, landing here, and then all the air out through your mouth. And from here, we can just slide all the way through, coming onto our bellies. We can pass through a low plank. You can keep the belly lifted in the air, try to gather your elbows in, and just for a few breaths rolling over the toes back and forth. Again, activating our feet, our toes, our legs, our core, yet maintaining the softness. And then slowly coming down, and then place both hands in prayer position underneath your forehead. And you can just sway a little bit from side to side with your hips. And taking again a few breaths here, allowing every exhale to flow through you so you can just melt the belly, melt the chest. So any tension, any stress, so you can be here now. And then from here, slowly having our hands coming underneath our shoulders, get your elbows in, gently press your feet down, and rise for cobra. It can be high, it can be low, as good as it feels. And then on the exhale, slowly come down. And let's do this 2 more times. So inhale, gently rise, press the feet down, and then exhale, slowly flowing down. And then the very last one, inhale, rise, and then exhale, slowly come down. From here, tuck the toes under, pass over your knees, and gently press yourself up into a downward dog. And you can again just walk it out, bringing the awareness into your toes, into your feet. And you can relax your head, your neck, maybe move the chin from side to side. And just calmly breathing through your nose. Long inhales and long exhales. And see if you can allow the breath to come in just a tiny bit deeper. See if you can exhale just a tiny bit longer. Awakening the body, maybe swaying a little bit with your hips. Enjoying hamstring stretches. And enjoying more space in our spine. And then from here, slowly start to walk forward, foot by foot, step by step, to the top of your mat. And as we get to the top of the mat, you can bend a little bit your knees, you can grab your elbows, and you can slowly start to sway a little bit from side to side. Again, finding this fluidity, effortless move. Releasing again the head, the neck, the shoulders. Feeling the breath as it comes in. With every exhale, invites you to let go deeper. Just hang here. Release the control. Very last breath. So long inhale. And then all the air out through your mouth. Slowly can release your arms. Let your fingers be free for a moment. And then from here, slowly start to round yourself up vertebrae by vertebrae. Anytime you feel each vertebrae as you round yourself up to standing. And once you are up, you can just roll the shoulders a few times backwards. You can bend the knees slightly. And to come into this very loose way of being fluid, yet rounded, feeling the connection to the earth out your feet. And then slowly coming up to standing. So you can have the hands in front of the heart. You can have the feet hip distance apart. And just have a little moment here. Drop the shoulders down. Belly is slightly in. Lengthening the tailbone down. Really rooting down into the earth. And just have a breath here. Breathing into your presence, into your body, into your heart. Sense and feel how there is this invitation for you to really be present as the one that you are. And then from here, slowly taking your hands at the sacrum and place it with hands upwards or downwards. Right, this we're going to flow through some moon salutations. On an inhale, we lift the heart, the chest. Feeling space in the upper body, and at the same time, gently pushing the hips forward. Keep the heart lifted, and on the exhalation, slowly come down with a nice long spine led by your heart. Then slide the hands down along the back of the legs. Let's do this 2 more times. So you have picked your hands up on the front side of the legs, taking it back to the kidneys, and then inhale, lift the heart. And then on the exhale, slowly come down, led by the heart. And sliding down along the back of the leg. Giving some love to our body. One more time. Inhale. Slowly come up. And open. Heart lift. And exhale, slowly coming down. And from here, let yourself hang here a little. Sway a little bit from side to side. Bend your knees. Become a little bit like water. Let your head, your neck move also with the rest of the body. Don't tense it up. And then coming back to the center. From here, step back with your right foot. Take your right knee down to the floor. Have your hands coming at the sacrum. You can again tuck your back toes under. On an inhale, lift the heart, the chest. And then on the exhale, slowly come back down. Hands to the earth. Step back into downward dog. And in downward dog, just have a little moment. You can again sway with the hips from side to side, inviting a bit more fluidity. It's like a water in moon salutation. But the moon is anyway connected to the water. The waters are all connected to the moon. You know that? Slowly take your knees down to the earth. And then from here, let yourself be pulled back to the heels. Have your hands coming onto your knees. On an inhale, a big circle all the way up. And then on the exhale, slowly coming down to Anahata. Let your heart melt. Take a breath here into the heart. And then nice long full exhale. Either through your nose or your mouth, just letting go. From here, we slide all the way forward, pass through a low plank. So for a moment, just press your toes backwards and hover here and roll over the toes back and forth. And then slowly descend, land onto the belly, hands in prayer underneath your forehead. Another moment, you just take a deep breath. And with the exhale, just let go. Drop your chest, your belly into the earth. Completely. Then hands underneath the shoulders. And then inhale, rise to cobra. High or low, your choice. Exhale, flow down. And then back into downward dog. All the way up. Again, you can sway a little in that dog. It doesn't have to be linear and straight. It can be a bit more fluid and watery. Yeah, and then slowly having your feet coming closer towards each other and step forward with the right foot. Take your left knee down, hand at the sacrum. Inhale, lift the heart of the chest. Coming into the low lunge again. Heart opens. And then exhale, hands to the earth, step forward. Coming into Uttanasana. Again, if you want, you can sway a bit from side to side also here. And then taking both arms to the side, come all the way up to the big circle from your roots, reaching up to the sky, and then exhale, hands to the heart. Have a moment here to just bring in the breath. Receive the sweet, soft, fluid energy. Allowing yourself to get into the enjoyment, right? That's what water is about. You can just flow and enjoy, experience the senses. And we will do a few more rounds. This was the right side, so we take it to the left. So slowly have your hands coming at the sacrum. And then inhale, lift the heart of the chest again. Open the front side. Shoulder blades towards each other. You can gaze up. Exhale, slowly flow down, led by the heart. Hands sliding down along the back of the neck. Release your neck, your head, and then on an inhale, come back up, hands in the front. Inhale, lift the heart of the chest. Opening, and exhale, float down. Hands sliding down. You can even hug yourself a little closer towards your legs if you want. What is really important, rise up again, that we only do what feels good for the body. Inhale, lift the heart of the chest, no pressure. And exhale, slowly coming down. So again, we can have the feet hip distance and sway a little bit around your feet with the hands on the floor. Release the head, the neck. Moving like water. And then from here, slowly we step back this time with the left foot. And take the left knee down. And this time we can just take both arms all the way up. So lifting the heart, the chest, arms open. And then with an exhalation, you can take your arms down. From here, place the hands on the sacrum, lift your heart. And then on the exhale, hands to the earth. And step back into downward dog. Then sway downward dog. Take the hips from side to side, ankles from side to side. Just be fluid, let yourself be moved in a creative way, exploring what feels right for your body. And then coming down onto our knees, and pull your hips back, sitting down onto the heels. Coming into the little back bend here in Vajrasana. And then on the exhale, slowly lightening down with the chest. Inhale, round yourself back up. It's like a wave that goes through the sky. Then on the exhale, slowly coming back down again. One more time, inhale. And then from here, slowly slide forward with both arms. Land into Anahata. Heart melter asana. Let your chest melt. This is too tap for the shoulders. Open the elbows a little bit more to the side. And just breathe into the heart. Last breath. And then all the air out. From here, slide through. Pass through low planks, coming onto your elbows, lower arms. And then rolling over the toes, just sleep planks back and forth. Hugging our belly in and up, just gently, nothing too forceful. And then slowly land onto the ground. Hands in prayer underneath your forehead. Just the full moment to receive your breath and completely surrender. Release the weight of the body into the earth. Listening to the sound of your breath as it comes in deep and as it slides out like a wave of the ocean. And then hands underneath the shoulders, rise to cobra. It can be high or low, maybe come higher on the fingertips. And then exhale, slowly flow down. Tuck the toes under and rise back into downward dog. Sway the hips again from side to side. Release your head and neck. And we continue from here with the left foot stepping forward and the right knee coming down. We start again with both arms up. Inhale. Open the front side, and then on the exhale, take the hands down to the sacrum. Inhale, lift the heart again one more time. And then exhale, slowly hands to the step forward. Uttanasana. You can have the feet hip distance apart, and again, just let yourself meander a little bit here, sway from side to side. And then from the center, coming all the way up to standing with arms opening in a big circle. On that exhale, hands. Again, have a breath here. Slow, deep breath. And so we will take this into a flow. So instead of the repetitions, we will do everything just one time. So slowly take the hands onto the sacrum. On an inhale, lift the heart, the chest. And then on the exhale, slowly let by the heart, flow down. Hands down along the back of the leg. And then from here, step back with your right foot. With the right knee down. And then inhale, both arms rising. And then slowly taking them down to the sacrum. Inhale, lift the heart, the chest. Tuck your back toes under. And slowly hands to the earth. From here, step back into downward dog. A little sway. And then down onto the knees. Pull the hips back to your heels. Inhale, lift the heart, the chest. And then exhale, bow down. And have your arms sliding already forward for Anahata. From Anahata, slide through, coming onto the low plank. And just going one time back and forth. And slowly land. Hands underneath the forehead in prayer. Take a deep breath in. And then all the air out through your mouth. Hands under the shoulders, rise to cobra, either high or low, like this. Exhale, slow down. And back into our downward dog. Then a little sway, maybe just a little bit from side to side or the spine. And then the right foot steps forward, left knee down. Inhale, arms rising. And then exhale, hands to the sacrum. Inhale, lift the heart, the chest. And exhale, hands to the earth. Step forward. Release the head, the neck. And then inhale, both hands all the way up, back to standing. And exhale, hands coming down to the sacrum. So we go with the left side. Inhale, lift the heart, the chest. Exhale, flow down. Slide down the back of the legs, massaging the hamstrings. Tall. Left foot steps up. Left knee down. Inhale, rise. arms up, and then exhale, hands to the sacrum. Inhale, lift your heart to your chest, and then exhale, hands to the ears. Step back for downward dog. A little sway, and then slowly down onto the knees. Move your hips back to the heels. Inhale, lift the heart to the chest, and then exhale, slow down to Anahata Prajna. Taking a deep breath here, and with a full exhale, we come all the way forward onto the lower arms, and roll over the toes back and forth. And from here, slowly the way down. All the way down to prayer, to this deepest surrender. Right hand in prayer. Give your body to the earth. Release control, release any tension, any engagement. Just receiving the breath. And then releasing the breath. Nice and full exhale. Dropping the mind that takes us all the time back to the past, forward to the future. Just breathe here. And then hands under the shoulders, inhale, rise, cobra, elbows in, and exhale, flow down, and back into downward dog. Then a little sway, and then from here, the left foot steps forward, right knee is coming down, and on an inhale, both hands up. Lift your heart, and tuck the back toes under if you want, and then hands at the sacrum. And then inhale, lift, and creating space in the upper body, and then exhale, hands to the earth, with the back to step forward. Uttanasana, release your head, your neck, and then rise all the way up to the circle. And then hands out the heart. Opening the hands again into the lotus mudra. So the little pinky and the thumbs are together, wrists are together, all the other fingers open at the heart. And have the feet hip distance. And just have a little moment to receive this energy. Receive your breath, to receive this softness. Just be in the moment. Feel yourself, feel your body, your breath. And then slowly from here we continue our journey. Again, you can take your hands back at the sacrum. On an inhale, lift the heart, the chest again open. Maybe you notice how the chest starts to open more easily. Thus feel more energized, more light, more bright, more radiant. And with exhale, slowly come down, led by the heart, and sliding down. Have both hands down onto the floor. And then on an inhale, open the right arm up. You can open the feet also a little wider. So right arm reaching up to the sky. And the exhale, slowly take the right arm up into your left torso. So touching kind of your left armpit. And then inhale again, roll it open. Now that exhale, slowly down. And then one more time, inhale. And then from here, slowly take the hand down. This time, have your left arm open up. And then on the exhale, slowly roll it over under the chest. And you inhale, roll your feet open to the sky. And exhale back down. One more time, inhale. And then slowly, both hands down to the floor. Inhale, come up halfway. And then on the exhale, stepping back into downward dog. From downward dog, let your knees come down to the earth. And pull yourself back onto the heels like we did before. Inhale, both arms up, big circle. Hands above the heart, and then exhale, we slide forward to Anahata, arms stretching forward, chest out. Have a breath here. Long exhale from the heart. Sliding all the way through onto your low plank. Send your heels backwards and roll over the toes. Finding lightness in this little bit heavy position. But imagine still that your heart is so light and bright that it can help you to be kind of carried even in this pose. Maintaining our gaze on the heart and the breath, and then slowly coming down. This time keep your arms behind, interlace your hands. Extend the legs backwards, spread your toes, gently coming up into a locust. Radiating through the heart, forward and up. And through your toes, backwards. And then slowly release. Let your forehead touch the earth. And then inhale, rise to cobra. And exhale, slowly flow down. And back into downward dog. Having both of our feet coming together. And then inhale, slowly lift your right leg high up to the sky. And bend your knee and slowly take a foot forward between the hands. Place your left knee down. On an inhale, rise with both arms up. Lift the heart, the chest. And then on the exhale, slowly both hands down to the floor. Turn your back knee and your back foot in, 90 degrees. And then on an inhale, slowly start to come a little forward. And then on the exhale, going back. So this front leg is still straight. Only the back knee is bent in and the back shin bone is 90 degrees. Then one more time. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, going back. And then coming all the way up. We're going to circle this left arm and then come into Parigasana. In this kind of triangle shape but down on the floor. So your left knee is underneath your left hip. The thigh is vertical. And both hips are squared to the side. So it's not this, it's really in one line. And try to have the front heel in one line with your hip. Yeah? So the foot can be flexed forward or flexed to the side. Yeah? And then from here, slowly opening both of our arms to the side. And then on an inhale, just lift the heart, the chest. And then slowly taking the arms back down. Inhale again, picking both arms up. And then exhale, picking it down. And take your left hand all the way down to the floor. Underneath your left shoulder. On an inhale, open the right arm. And then on the exhale, slowly put that arm back down to your right hip. Inhale, open it up. And then exhale, slowly put it back down. And then one more time, inhale. And then try to roll your chest open here. Rolling your chest up to the side. From here, take your right hand back at your waist. Gently bend the elbow if you can, the one that is towards the floor, and push yourself back up. Slide to the other side. Right hand onto your right leg sliding. Left arm first, just stretching up. Think about Trikonasana, kind of the same pose. And then slowly take it up and over, opening your whole side body. And then from here, coming back up. Touch the earth on the other side, and then rolling back up. Playing a little bit here, inhale, and then exhale. Stretch, and then inhale, then being moved by the flow of the breath, exploring a little bit side to side. And then come all the way back up. Have your hands coming up the sacrum. And then inhale, lift the heart, lift the chest. A little camel here. Obviously, it's just half camel. And then slowly come down. Taking the front foot closer back to you. And then both hands down to the earth, turn your back foot in. And then from here, lift the back knee off the floor. And then step way, way back. Reach high up with your right leg to the sky. And then on the exhale, slowly take it down. And then inhale, take the left leg high up. And then on the exhale, slowly bend your knee. And take the foot forward in front of you. Right knee is coming down. And then inhale, rise up. Lift the heart in the chest. And the exhale, slowly taking back the hands at the sacrum. A deep breath up here, open the front side, back toes can be engaged again. And then from here, both hands down to the floor. Turn your back foot in. And again, a little flow, pulling your hips back, stretching the front leg, flex the foot. And then on an inhale, a bit of fluidity here. Be mindful of the knee. If it's painful, you can place the little blanket underneath. And then slowly, breathing. Inhale, we rise, and exhale, we round and flow back one more time. And from here, slowly coming back, and this time, placing the left leg in one line, right? So we have both hips square to the front, the heel in one line with the other knee. And then on an inhale, slowly release up. And then exhale, we put the arms down. And then inhale, reaching up. And then exhale, coming down. Showing my butt to you. And then inhale, coming up. And then from here, taking the right hand down to the other side. And just enjoy the left arm reaching up and over the small side body stretch in the left side. And taking the arm down to the hip. And then inhale again, open. Hold the chest slightly open. And then on the exhale, take the feet back down. One more time, inhale. And then slowly exhale. Bending the elbow if you can, if it's not too deep here, and use a bit of momentum to come all the way back up to the other side. Left hand lands onto your left thigh. Inhale, stretch up. And then on the exhale, reaching up and over. And slowly start to flow between the two sides. Playfully, maybe even using a little bit indeed the momentum. Gently. Having your fingertips landing and then pressing the floor away as you come up. And then from here, both hands coming at the sacrum. Either palms facing down or up, and on an inhale, lift the heart of the chest, a little half camel here. And then from here, back to the neutral position for the spine. And then taking our journey back towards the front of our mat, left hand coming down. Taking the back foot in, tuck the back toes under. Lift the back knee, and from here, left leg reaches high up to the side. And then exhale, foot comes down. Again, sway a little in your downward dog. Maybe it's the hips that are swaying, maybe it's your spine that you are waving with little fluid movement. And then slowly come down onto the knees. Pull your hips back. This time, have your hands coming all the way behind you, and on an inhale, just lift the chest, lift the belly. If your neck is okay, you can drop it back, otherwise keep the chin in. And then exhale, take it down, and then inhale, come all the way up. And then exhale back again. So a little playful waving. Lift the pelvis, lift the chest. And then slowly coming down. And inhale one more time, all the way up, like a wave, moves up and down. Both hands to the side. On an inhale, take the left arm up and over. Same movement, just diagonal. Only the right hand pushes the floor away. The left arm is free and liberated. Slowly put it down. To the other side, right arm across, push the hips and chest forward and up. Right. From here, gently up onto your hands and knees. Have your hands coming at the sacrum and lift the heart, lift the chest. Again, you can tuck the toes under, exploring first just half camel. So lift the heart, lift the chest, stay up here. Just have a few breaths. And maybe you feel it's good for you to just be here, to just solidify, to not move, to ground a little bit all this fluidity. Or maybe you feel, no, I would love to go into the full camel, then you can explore that as well. Right? You can always support your head by having one of the hands holding your head and just going this way, half camel, or you can also go down and keep the chin in, right? Depending on the back needs support, you can drop the head, the neck is fine. And just have a few breaths in that beautiful camel or half camel. And then slowly coming out, landing back onto your heels. And then having a little sway again in the spine. So maybe with the spine, lift the heart, lift the chest. Like this little cat cow, but just on our heels. Massaging our spine. And then from here, both hands back down to the floor. Rise up into downward dog. And again, just loosen your head, your neck. Find the length in the spine. And have a full breath here, really enjoying all the space that we have now in the upper body. And then long and full exhale through your mouth. And then from here, slowly take your feet closer towards each other. And then inhale the right leg wide. Bend your knee to take it forward between the hands. Take your left knee down. Both arms coming up, then we are into our low lunge, the stretching lunge, lift the heart, lift the chest, and then slowly taking the hands behind. Then you can keep the toes tucked under, just having a little moment here, an extra breath. You could even add an om. I really love to sometimes use chanting in the asana because it brings in a vibration that travels through the whole body and awakens, energizes us. So let's just have an om from our heart. Take a deep breath. And then slowly we can come back here. And if your knee is fine, then you can try to have the quadricep opening added to this. Right? Otherwise, you can put a blanket underneath your knee. Or just have your left hand reaching back towards your foot. And just a little lift in the heart, in the chest. Then breathing into this whole opening that we have on the left side. And then slowly release both hands down to the floor. And then lift the back knee up and take your right shin bone across. Coming down into a pigeon, both hips square to the front, and then inhale, lift the heart, lift the chest, and on the exhale, slowly come and melt down. Releasing the shoulders, your neck. And just letting the breath come and go. Really ground yourself here. This is great time to ground and to just receive. So imagine just drinking in all these beautiful energies that we liberated, that we moved with. Just really ground it, receive it fully into all your cells. Really sensing your body landing in this now moment. Try this inner mantra, this be here, now. Last 2 breaths here. And for the last one, you can just inhale complete full breath. And then exhale through your mouth. Hands underneath the shoulders, and then inhale, slowly rise, then open the front side, lift the heart. And then press the hands down, tuck your back toes under, and shoot that right leg high up to the sky, give it a nice stretch. And then slowly take it back down next to the left. And slowly you can walk it out, again, possibly with a little sway from side to side. Enjoying fluidity in our hips, in our spine. Fluidity as our basic nature, right? With 70% of water that is in our body, it's definitely our organic nature. Last breath here, long inhale. And then all the air out through your mouth. You get your feet closer towards each other. Inhale, the left leg rises. And then on the exhale, put the left foot forward, between the hands. Place your right knee down. And on an inhale, both arms coming all the way up. Open the front side, taking the hands again onto the sacrum. And get your left foot slightly closer to give you more stability. Both hips square to the front. On an inhale, lift the hand, lift the chest. And then just again chant the Om from our center, heart or core or both. You choose. Take a deep breath. And then slowly from here, if your knee is fine with that, you can place the right hand down and you can reach back with the left hand to get your right foot. You can do it the other side. Yeah, so right hand reaching back to get the right foot. Same hand, same foot. For the quadricep opening, if it's too intense, just say in the low lunge with the hands on the sacrum. And so again, opening the whole front side, breathing into that stretch. And then slowly release, both hands down to the floor. Tuck your back toes under, lift the back knee. And slowly take your left shin across so we can land into the pigeon on the left side. Again, both hips square to the front, and then inhale, lift the heart, lift the chest. And then slowly, gently coming down into the forward fold. If for whatever reason pigeon is too intense, you can always just come into a child's pose. But it's important that we are grounding here. That you can just really breathe in, take in all this soft flow and receive it. Letting go of the head, the neck. listening to the sound of your breath. And the last, rest here, long inhale, gentle full exhale through your mouth. You can have the hands slowly underneath your shoulders, gently lifting your upper body up, and then you can take the back leg to the front, swing it forward, and have a little windshield wipers here from side to side. And we're going to roll onto our back, just blending and massaging a little bit the sacrum, again circling with the knees or swaying from side to side, whatever your body wants to do. You can even have one hand on one knee, the other hand on the other knee, and circling outwards, so little hips and back soothing. And then slowly placing our feet down to the floor and just let your knees fall into each other. You can have the hands coming into a simplified yoni mudra, the downward pointing triangle, palms together, index together on the belly. And just having a few grounding, receiving, nourishing breath here for you. Relax the shoulders. Release your back into the earth. Any tension, any contraction still from your back, just feel to soften into the mat. Noticing what is arising, what is gently coming to you from within, what is the quality that is arising from within through this practice for you. And then from here, slowly, we will take our next pose, which is a happy baby. So slowly you can take your feet all the way up to the sky, finishing with a little inversion. You can either grab your inner arches or outer arches or the toes, big toes, or maybe if that's too intense, you can just wrap your arms around your thighs. As long as you have this tiny bit of inversion, finding the option that feels nourishing, that feels comforting and soothing, and just have a few breaths there. The last three breaths. Nice, long, soothing exhale at the end as you release your feet. You can even just gently get the knees back together, maybe shake the legs out, shake your arms out a little. And then finishing our practice with a little twisting. So you can just do a little bit more intense twist by crossing the legs over. So slowly taking the breath in the center, maybe left leg crosses the right, and then slowly take both knees down to the right. And your left arm can reach to the left. If this is too intense, you can just decross the legs parallel. And the same thing with your upper body. Releasing your shoulders, relaxing your face, your jaw. Really let the breath come in and go out effortlessly at the most gentle river. And then slowly coming back to the center. You've been crossing the legs, you can cross them the other way around. And then this time dropping down the opposite side, the left, you can gaze to the right. And slowly come back to the center again. And for a last time, you can just nicely hug your knees and giving yourself a sweet hug, breathing in some sweet love for yourself, some warmth. And then you can just release our whole body to the earth for our final Shavasana. If you need anything to cover yourself with, blanket, sweater, it's fine. And just coming into a nice and comfortable position. Hello, Chrissy. Slowly melting down onto the mat, melting down into this wonderful, nourishing earth. And just really receive the fruits of your practice. Receive the breath, this divine breath that is like gentle rain in spring, that is nourishing the renewal, the rebirth, the new seeds. Receiving the grounding, the warmth, the love, that is here for you. So Easter is really teaching us this incredible power of renewal that nature has year after year. And yeah, sometimes we go through a cycle that comes to an end, and the end is maybe stressful, challenging, full of struggles. Right now, there are things that we are rephrasing. There are things that we're releasing, letting go, and sometimes it's terrifying and it's painful or a struggle. But underneath it, there is this current that is full of renewal, that wants to take us into another place, the place that maybe we've been secretly already envisioning, dreaming about, not really knowing how to put this into manifestation. So we need to trust this current of renewal. We need to listen to the body, to the wisdom of the body. We need to give it rest so it can release stresses, it can release these patterns that we've been caught into. And so we have this incredible chance to reorientate ourselves, to realign ourselves, and how beautiful that this is supported by spring. We can choose how we wish to renew ourselves this year, which may impact the many years ahead. So super, super powerful times. If we are able to go beyond the first layers of stress, of change, and the fears that are coming with this change. So rest in this sweet hug. I sometimes love to say, like, let yourself hug, rub, be rubbed by Mama Earth, by this universal energy of renewal that is here all the time, available to us. And also by our spirits, our souls, right? That are maybe wanting to come in more present in our lives. So we live even more aligned to what is our inner truth, our essence. Connecting in a new way to us and connecting to others in a new way. So deeply listening inwards if there is anything that is arising to you as maybe indeed a guidance or your own wisdom or a vision. And then just taking the last 3 breaths here and imagine that every breath is just this, like this wonderful, sweet spring rain that is just blessing on the fields. Field with new seeds, with fertile soil, nourishing the seeds, and we need that rain, we need that water. And then slowly you can start to deepen the breath again a little bit. Then slowly start to stretch a little, move a little, moving the sweet, sacred body. And then from here, you can find a way to roll onto your side. And then slowly, gently coming up into a sitting position. And you could just have one hand coming up into the crown, and you can have fingers coming together, so just touching the crown, and then the other hand coming onto our heart, or just hand flat on the heart, and then the crown just for a moment, just really connecting with our breath, these two, like the crown for wisdom, for inspiration, for guidance, the heart for acceptance, for a soft and loving journey. And the heart gives us always the fuel to move through life. And the crown, the guidance, step by step. And so let's just have 3 arms that are circulating between these 2 centers, lifting them stronger together. So long inhale. And then slowly having both hands coming down in front of the heart. And for a moment again, touch the earth with both palms, really just honoring the earth and feeling also our sacred connection to the ground, to our roots. And may we be nourished by the earth, softened and fueled by our heart, our passion, and guided by our spirit. Both hands in front of our heart. Thank you so much, everyone, for this peaceful class. You can unmute yourself. We want. It was a little bit longer class, but this is how we want it to be. So Easter Sunday, we have all the time. Oh, how's everybody doing?
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter, Christy.
Happy Easter, Kata. And everybody.
How are you guys? How was it? Where did it take you? Some radiant smiles, but no words. That's also fine.
I can hear my dog snoring.
Yes?
Yeah,
Mine is not snoring.
mine is snoring.
Yours is snoring.
Yeah, mine.
They are sleeping. Yeah.
Thank you, Kata.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So nice to see you all.